G'day from WA. Hi, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another Thrifty Thursday. So I haven't been shopping as often as I was before, so I haven't been able to do as many Thrifty Thursdays, but I will continue to do them whenever I have... how'd you go? Yes, I know I started talking, but I wasn't talking to you. Honestly, I wasn't. Sorry, lie down. Oh my goodness. On your bed. Yep, start talking out of the blue and he's like, oh yeah, Mummy wants to talk to me. Lovely Cadbury. Where was I? Yes, Thrifty Thursday. I haven't been shopping as often, so I don't have, I don't have things to show you every week. But when I've collected up enough items from a few shopping trips, I will show you what I've got. So today I've got the items you can see in front of me, but I've got lots more things as well. I've got some more old books, some newer books, some vintage magazine, all sorts of things. A little bit different, I guess. I mean, no lace. What's the world coming to? I mean, I don't know. I haven't found any lace recently. There hasn't been any lace any time I've gone into a shop, which is probably good because I've got enough lace. Also got enough books, but anyway, couldn't resist the really old ones. Thrifty Thursday, of course, is an open collaboration where we can show our goodies under the hashtag Thrifty Thursday. And of course, it's hosted by Cherie from Turquoise Dreaming. So if you want to do a Thrifty Thursday like I have done and show your wonderful goodies that you have thrifted or you've bought at a good price from, it doesn't have to be thrift stores or charity stores. It can be other places if you think that they're, a good price. So basically it's show off your bargains. All of these items I have today are from thrift stores or charity shops, op shops we call them here. So all you have to do is link Cherie's channel below, which you will find Cherie's channel in my description box, Turquoise Dreaming with Cherie. And so yeah, please check out her Thrifty Thursday, which of course she does every week, and there are plenty of other channels that do the Thrifty Thursday as well, so check those out too by using the hashtag. So on with the show. I will be back with the first goodies. So I've got a whole bundle of things on the table behind me and some items here next to me. So we're going to go through the miscellaneous items first, and I'm going to finish with some really old books. If you like really old books, stay to the end. And I've got some other books as well. But for the first part, we're going to look through these miscellaneous items. Now I have not looked at them since I came back from the shop, so we will look together. I've just been sitting on my side table in the dining room. So this was $2. Paper towel prints. Make your own. Contains 6 prints. So it's pretty old. It hasn't even got a, what's the name, barcode. Paper toweling, what, that was popular, what, in the 90s? 80s, 90s? So I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Quite likely there's going to be 6 prints the same. It's Anton Pieck. Anton Pieck. It's a little shop. Looks like a children's antique children's shop. It's antique. It wasn't antique at the time, but yes, 6 prints the same. So they're gorgeous. I mean, I could use one to frame, and I can use the others in art. I could give one away. So yeah, 6 the same. Cool. Not too sure exactly what I'm going to do with them just yet. Yeah, it's a nice little picture. I like it. So that was $2. So I thought that was a bargain. So the other little bits and bobs that I've got here, which are just going to get through them. What is this? I don't know. Oh, okay, that's old elastic and a plait. Okay, all right. Not too sure. I won't go back in the bag now. This was inside a book, and it says Bon Voyage Barbara and a Wonderful Holiday. P.S. Watch out for the Tasmanian wolves. Love from Judy. I'm thinking it's a minimum of 60s. I think the picture is possibly earlier than that. I think it's 40s to 50s. So I think that's quite old. Love it. It's handwritten there, hand coloured in. It's a little card. So that's super cute. What's this? 50 cents. Sometimes I just grab things and don't even know what they are, if I think they might be useful. Oh, okay. So we've got some fish shapes. a whale, a star. So, you know, I can make a, use these for jelly printing and make a an ocean type of print thing. It looks like it's supposed to be some sort of a hanging. So it's a mobile. Oh, okay. Cut your mobile pieces into 6, cut the cord into 6 pieces. So yeah, string it up, hang it up. Yeah, not using it as a mobile, let's throw that away. Some cord now that I can use for something else. 2 pieces apparently. Got some more of this kind of stuff, so I'll wind it on the same card that came from. Let's just pop it in here for now, because it's just going to come undone as soon as I let it go. Which could be used as a jelly printing texture plate. And at first I thought, well, I don't know if I could use this. It's obviously a bag, but I would never use it as a bag, and the zips probably don't really work properly, and they're all too small, and yeah, I wouldn't use it for what it was intended for. But I do like the embroidery, so you know, I could certainly cut that out, or cut the backing off and cut the padding out, and or even leave the padding, and it could make a nice little journal cover, either opened up flat that way, but if you fold it, then it's going to have the flower in the halfway, so it's a shame because the flower is so pretty. Anyway, you know, it's one of those little Asian bag things. Picked up this. I love these kinds of covers. This one's a little bit grubby. It's got some old stationery in it, so that looks very, oh, it's cute. A couple of pieces of the little birdie, a piece of rose, no, a card. Oh, okay. Thank you card. That's really pretty. I love the muted colours of that with an envelope to match. That will look nice in a journal. And the rest of it is, let's have a look, really old envelopes. Envelopes, and then what's this? Oh, some card. Note cards in quite firm stock. Probably some note paper, is there? No, just all envelopes. So there's envelopes. So I've got a whole box full of little stationery items, but the cover could certainly be turned into a journal. I'd probably want to give it a bit of a wash and see if it comes up a bit cleaner. It's a little bit too grubby for my liking. But anyway, that's what we got. And what's this? Miscellaneous paper item, 50 cents. See? Okay, so it's construct a flower. Oh, okay. Alright, so you fold it. Oh, okay. Oh, you turn it into like a ball flower. Yeah, we're not doing that. So, not entirely sure what I'd use that for exactly. Okay. Pieces of, oh I see, it was flowery on one. I thought it was pink. So yeah, could use either the pink or the floral side of it. Let's just pop that back in the bag. Yeah, I mean, you could certainly glue, you know, could have used this flower on my retro page, you know, kind of like just glue it down as is. Certainly looks like a little retro flower. You never know when you're going to need things. You just never know. Retro flowers. I did pick up these pictures. Now, $9 is a little bit expensive, a little bit more than I pay normally for prints. I'm not saying they're anything fancy or anything expensive. I just, sorry, there's this horrible lighting situation here. The Rose in Chester. So I've been there. I've been to Chester. So I quite liked that. And this one is Hutchin. It looks like it's by someone, Plens Martin. So I will do some research and find out who he is, but I think those watercolours are quite nice. Oh, it looks like they had a price underneath of 20. Obviously they didn't sell at 20, so they've brought them down to 9. Something for my walls at home. So I'm going to move these items out of the way. And I've got just a couple other bits to show you before we move on to the books. On Fridays I've been going to my art class and using, I mean, I could use this on the jelly print. You know, you make mark for mark making. I've already got one similar, so I might give that one to my friend Jane, because because I've got one just like this one. But yeah, you can use these for mark making on your jelly print, but you can also use it for in your fluid acrylic painting. So I've been doing some jelly printing, no, fluid acrylic painting. So I thought this would make mark making either on the jelly plate or on the fluid acrylics. Yeah, I just picked it up. And I wanted to buy a silicone mat. They're going to need a big wash. But so I picked these up. There's 3. And I think they're silicone plates. I'm hoping that if you put acrylic paint on them, you can then you let it dry, and then you can peel the paint off. So I've seen someone doing it with her silicone plate, where you use your fluid acrylics and create flowers, let it dry, and then peel them off, and then you can stick them onto your background of your acrylic painting. But I needed some silicone mats, so I would cut the edge, cut them out, and turn them into a mat. Take this edge off. So I don't know if that'll work or not. Bit of an experimentation thing, and these were given to me because they thought that I could press these into my jelly prints. But it's alcohol is brew better. This coaster is made from 100% recyclable plastic. It's a little thing with beer. So I don't really use alcohol much in my journals, so I'm not too sure if I can use that or not. On that side it says 4 Pines Brewing Company, born in Manly, which is over east near Sydney. So I don't know, but anyway, I got those. So that's those. Now we'll look at the books that I got. I almost forgot these. So for jelly printing as well, I found these letters. They're huge. The bottom's undone. Huge letters. I imagine there's all sorts of different. Let's see if I can make a word with every word, every letter I pull out. Oh, got stuck now. Hang on. M-A-R-G-N. Margon. Anyway, a whole bunch of letters, which you can use for stamping, and I don't even have to do anything with it. I can just stamp them directly onto the jelly plate and have large letters. So I just thought they were okay. I mean, they're a bit large, and the box is going to take up a lot of room. My jelly printing stuff is growing. So this is the little pile of, like, kind of non-antique books. So let's have a look through these. So I got this little one. I love little books. I just love mini books. Friendship. I just think they're so cute. I'd love to make mini books, and then put my own things in them. But it's got quotes and little pictures. So when you're doing mini books, you want mini pictures. So I've got quite a few mini books. So one day I'm going to do a little mini journal. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. But that's super cute. Perfect Pairs. Why did I get this? Black and white. Okay, just images. I don't know if they'll pull as image transfers. They're all cuddly, kissy ones. I wasn't really. What's it called? Perfect Pairs. Oh, okay. That's obviously couples in film, and with some little sayings to go with it. So yeah, not entirely sure that great deal of use to me, but I don't really do lovey-dovey anymore. Say it again, it keeps me awake. Definitely, I love you. Okay. So yeah, old-fashioned black and white movies. And yeah, not too sure that it's of much use to me, but anyway, I bought it apparently. And then there's this one, this little collection that came in a little folder. Who doesn't like a little bit of Monet? I'd love to be able to do something in the style of. How gorgeous is Monet. So lots of little pictures I can use. Nice. Plus postcards unopened. So I wonder when this book was printed and someone didn't use the cards. Doesn't say much about it. A book to keep and 15 different cards to send. So it's got publishing details. Oh, 1991. That was a good year. Yeah, my son was born. Yep, 31 years. That's how old. We just had my son's birthday. He was 31. So there we go. Some actual Claude Monet postcards. Oh, aren't they just yummy? Plus the book. Oh, these are gorgeous. I'm going to use these in. I'm going to use some of these. I see. I'm thinking that one in my Lotta journal. That's just pretty. Oh, I like that one. That one in my Lotta journal. Yes, so nice. Oh, that's actually him. 1923. Cool. And these are different Monet pictures. So what's this one called? The Japanese Bridge. Nice. And this one is the roses. Love it. So there you go. That's my little booklet. $2. I think it's worth $2. All the postcards and the book. I don't know that I want to pay $2 just for the book, but you know, we can get the postcards as well. Wrong way around, Julie. You can put it in the wrong way. If you've got a 50% choice, do you always get it in the wrong one? I do. If there's a go this way or that way, choose a way. I'll go one way, and it will be the other way. Yep. Okay. I actually can't understand how I can get it so wrong so many times. You know, like, you would think that occasionally you would hit the right way just by accident when you've got a 50-50 choice, but no. Sometimes, you know, if I'm going somewhere, walking or driving, or got to choose between this or that, I'll go, well, I would choose that, but I'm going to choose the other because that way it'll be right or wrong. You know, it'll be right, and then it's still wrong. I find that crazy. Anyway, so this, I just picked this up for the fact that it was in probably Dutch. Yep, Amsterdam. Lovely vintage book in lovely big writing, and it has some pictures as well, although I'm never sure that I'll use the pictures. Sometimes the pictures are unpleasant. I don't like unpleasant. Look, he's angry. Yeah, that looks dangerous. Don't know what's going on there. Looks like a very mischievous book of kids doing mischievous things. Oh my goodness, he's stuck in a tree. Yeah, see the pictures, I don't know, they're not pictures I can use. But the text is lovely. Oh look, there's a Julie in there. Well, it could be July. It's probably July, it doesn't have a capital J. Yeah. Someone once asked me how you spell Julie. And I'm like, J-U, he's like, double L? I'm like, no. Why would it be double L? But yeah, maybe he was Dutch. Who knows? It was a teacher from years ago. The weird things that you know pop into our minds. Is that not weird? I find that weird that things that. Oh, look at this. I've forgotten about that. I've only ever come across one Edith Holden, the proper book, in op shops, but always look for them, of course. But I did find this one the other day for $4, I think. Yes. So a bit dearer than normal. However, it's like the original printing. It's the Garden Notes. I've seen reprints. I mean, I've got the reprint of this, but I think this was printed at the time. So the Country Diary Garden Notes. This is 84. Yeah, so this is printed actually in 84. So it has just the months and then some pictures on the side. I don't know, maybe I haven't actually got Garden Notes. Which one have I got? I think I've got Cookery Notes, or I don't know, I'll have a look. So it's got, each month it's got the front page for the month. Someone's written it. making notes for the, oh, that's unusual. I've never seen anyone actually use these books. Someone actually used them, which is good. I'm glad they did, only for a couple of months, but still, better than nothing. They made the attempt to use the book for what it was intended. So yes, the printing's quite nice. It's quite colourful. Can't see my my other books like that at the moment. But yeah, this is, you know, it's linen cover. It's, yeah, no, it's, and the printing colour is really good. So I'm happy to have another copy of this, or even if it's not the same, it's just, you know, more of these. You never can have enough. Because if you've got more than one, then if you don't mind using it. So yeah, that was, you know, pretty good. Find one of those, snap it up. What's this? Nimble Fingers for $1. Oh, it's a really old magazine. So again, lovely vintage images. Yeah, she used to wear clothes like that. Cool. Oh my goodness. Yep. Yeah, can you imagine? I suppose, I don't know whether this has come back in fashion or not, but I mean, I could imagine wearing something like that these days. Well, not me now, but the cardigan I'm wearing actually is in this sort of style. I just got for my birthday. Actually, it's in, so it's, you know, this sort of chunky cardigan thing. It's in that style now. So the styles do come around again, but I can't imagine us ever wearing that anymore. Just like the midi skirts. Yeah, well, I wouldn't even have worn that back in the day, let alone now. Nope. Yeah, so what is this magazine? Don't know. Book of Patterns. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, lovely. Someone might wear that these days, but I don't think we'd wear this. But, you know, plenty of fodder there for our collages. And plenty of retro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine wearing that? Oh, it's just an advertisement for buttons. I don't suppose they're expecting someone to actually wear it. Anyway, retro magazine for my magazine collection. We'll come back to that one. This one, Glorious Stencils. So it's got lots of pictures of stenciling, which there might be something of use in there, like that I can use. You know, need to find a picture of an ice cream. And it's nice and bright and colourful. So, oh, ladybirds. Needed ladybirds the other day. So yeah, a how to stencil on household objects. However, in the back there's actually some stencils. I'll just go back through. Here we go. There's some, well, first of all, there's some drawings that you can make into stencils. So it's got the pattern already cut out, already done. Because when you do stencils, you have to make sure things are joined. So that's showing you the drawing that you can use to make your own stencils, which I was watching a video the other day. Someone was explaining how to make your own stencils using like plastic acetate type stuff. Okay, so there's stencils that you can, where you can make your own, but it has stencils already made at the back as well. They're templates to make your own. And then here it's a bunch of stencils. So I took that one out to have a look. So yeah, you just pop out those and you've got a stencil. Birds, and there's birds, florals, stars, holly, Christmas, miscellaneous leaves, they might be handy. So, you know, with this one, I end up with a mask and a stencil. So, yeah, I thought these would be quite useful to have. Rose, fishies, seahorse. And the border. So there you go. I thought that was pretty handy. Don't know how much I paid for it. A lot of times, most of the time, these art books are just $1. And then this one. How much did I pay for this? Oh, no price. Very likely to be $1 or... Oh, there you go, $1. Decoupage made easy. So, small scraps of charm. So it tells you how to do it. First of all, how to decoupage, you know, onto these, you know, plates and jugs and wooden items and things, which we don't really, well, I don't do. So there are all the examples of what you can do. And then at the back, it's got a whole pile of projects or pieces. So there's a sort of a collage version. So someone's collaged a whole heap of stuff together, and it's white on the back, so you don't have to choose one or the other. So how cool is that? So yeah, lots of well, these are basically the Victorian, you know, cutouts, and then someone's made them into a collage. So how cool is that? Artwork, pictures, postcards. Yeah, all sorts of different kinds. Some Christmas. So I'm pretty sure I've seen those. Victorian scraps. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've seen one similar to that one. Modern stuff, and then more Victorian scraps. The print quality is not super great, like the scanning of it. I've seen better. I don't know what this is about. That's strange. Pictures. Multiple pictures of the same. Not sure what that's about. Baskets. So of a wide variety of things. I mean, all these butterflies I've seen in my encyclopedias. I've got this a couple of times. So they've come from an encyclopedia. That's that Kate Greenaway. Yeah. So I must have shown you this book before, but I've got the Kate Greenaway. So you can tell it has that muted green colour to go with her name. Can't see any the same, but you can tell that that's her style, isn't it? She must have made hundreds of them. So Kate Greenaway. Here, all pictures, paintings, modern stuff, and then some Victorian scraps. I was going to say it's a funny looking kangaroo, but I think it's a hare. Valentine's things, Happy New Year. And the last page is a nice red and yellow collage. So that's a gorgeous book. That's all the sort of slightly more modern books. This was the one I found first. So I went to into a Salvation Army store and went straight to the books section because it was 15 minutes from closing. So I knew I didn't have much time I wasn't going to go hunting around the whole shop. Just went straight to the book section, see if there's anything good. And they had a vintage shelf, like a bunch of shelves, and there was a bunch of books, but they weren't all old. They were just, some were like, so I pulled out this one when I saw the Vicar of Wakefield. Wakefield is near where I came from. Pulled it out and it said $4. Now it's got this sticker on it, which is an old library sticker, like a really old library sticker, and I have tried. I'm going to one day restore that and take all this sticky stuff off. And get it back to this book cover. I opened it up and I couldn't believe it's 1860, you know, in an op shop. But here you generally don't find those kinds of books in the op shop. I did find some on a previous I did find some on a previous Thrifty Thursday. I spotted them in the back, and in that particular shop they said they were waiting for the person to come and appraise them and prices. And so when I went back, some of the books they let go for $5 and $10, but a bunch of them they had ridiculous prices of $50, because if they looked it up on the internet and it had a value on eBay, then they would not sell it cheap. And just because it's $50 on eBay doesn't mean to say it's worth $50. It's only worth what someone will pay for it. So they let some of the books go to me for cheap, which I got, and some didn't. Now, I haven't looked these up, so I don't know if any of them are any good, but the Vicar of Wakefield, I don't know. It was just because it was Wakefield, but I just love old books. It's 1860, so, you know, you're talking about 1960 is 100 years. So it's 162 years old. I just, you know, we don't have a lot of really old things here, because this is a, you know, Western Australia, and in particular Western Australia is a fairly, I mean, we wouldn't even have had a printing press here in Australia in 1860. They were busy printing books. Here, we were just starting to colonise the country. so, you know, there's a few old things where people have brought them to the country, but generally not much old stuff. So it's got some little plates in there, some little drawings, sketches and things. I don't know what the story's like. I have no idea. I've never actually read any of the books that I bought. I just like collecting them. And to the person that doesn't like me talking about cutting up books, I will not be cutting up these books. So you can give me a thumbs up. Thanks very much. I will be preserving this book. And it's so good that someone did put these books out to, apparently there's a whole collection that had just come in that afternoon. So I was actually right there at the right time, because these books would not last long on the shelf for 1860. But anyway, the other part of the story is that I pulled this book out and I'm like, oh, it's so old. I love it. It's $4. Wow, it's a bargain. And there was a man stood next to me, and he was just looking at books. And I'm like, I couldn't help it. I was so excited. I'm like, oh, look at this. And I showed him I said, look at this. I got this book for $4. Look how old it is. It's 1860. He goes, oh, let me have a look at that. Okay, yeah, why? I didn't want to give it to him. So he held it and he looked at it and he goes, oh, that shouldn't be $4. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, it turns out he worked there and he wanted to reprice it. I'm like, but no, there's a price on it of $4. You've got to get a win sometimes, don't you? I don't know. Anyway, he said, no, you can have it. He said, but he says, oh no, you know, perhaps it should have been more. Yeah, I don't know. It's in pretty poor condition. It's not in nice condition. So anyway, I got that for $4, and then there was this one for $3. So someone had decided that they weren't worth very much money. They're really, you know, quite old. Apparently that didn't. The person who priced them, there's some gorgeous writing in there. I don't know what year this was. I don't think this one had a year. Jane Eyre. It's a pocket classic. No, just an illustrated pocket classic. So it's got these little illustrations in it. Little images. Oops. But I don't know if I think I did find a year, because I think there was a discussion about, oh, no. Preface to the first edition. I mean, assuming these are not first editions, is it? I mean, first editions are worth a lot of money. I'm sure it's not a first edition. Jane Eyre, manufactured in Great Britain. This work is respectfully inscribed by the author. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. It's falling apart. I have dedicated this second edition of Jane Eyre, and it's written December 21st, 1847. Wow. Yeah, and note to the third edition. Okay, so this is the third edition. by Currer Bell, and he wrote this in April 13th, 1848. Anyway, I like it. I just love these really old books. But $3, who can go wrong with that? Oh, this is the one that I found was more modern. So, Wuthering Heights, Emily Bronte. The World's Classics, 1930. This one's a bit more dog-eared. Oh, it's got a family tree. People in the story and a family tree for them. So Heathcliff. There you go. Heathcliff's family tree. No date on that. Very cool. So I'm not too sure what year that one was actually. 1930, I'm guessing. Okay. And then this one was the second one that I actually found for $3. I just like the cover again. I think that looks really nice on your bookcase. So, Reverend C. Darnell's House Library, Cargill Field, Trinity, Edinburgh. So, yeah, there's a few to do with Edinburgh stickers in here. 1871. You know, a lot of people don't have any use for these kinds of old books, but just thankful that they didn't throw them away, so they can get passed to someone who will keep and cherish them. That's the thing, isn't it? Some of these books need to be, I mean, who knows, in 20 years time, or I don't know how long, 50 years time, you know, it might be hard to find books because everything's digital. What are you going to do then if you can't find an actual book? Production, or not just on his tablet, or, and can you imagine, you know, like on those videos, on those Star Treks, they were using things that we use now, like tablets and little digital things. But anyway, he likes to read. I forget the book that he reads, but he likes to have the actual book and hold it in his hand and be the really old. And he's like one of the only people of that era that do that. Look at this cover, end page. Oh wow, this is gorgeous. Oh, Poetical Works of William Wordsworth, 1984. It was given to someone. It wasn't printed then, obviously. It's given as a gift and wrote in pen. Don't they know better? You don't write in pen in books. If you must, do it in pencil. So, yeah. Book of, wow, he's made a lot of poems. Wow. That's a lot of poetry. I mean, really, they're like small novels, aren't they? No pictures in this one. Just look at these pages. Oh my god. It's almost like fabric. It's got texture. This paper's got texture. It's just gorgeous. It's wanting to fall apart. But yeah, postscript, 1835. Oh wow, is that? Surely not. In the present volume, so each book I look at becomes older than the other one. So this is now the oldest book I've got in my collection, 1835. Wow. I haven't got anything like from the 1700s, which I know that, you know, some of the YouTubers have access to books from the 1700s. I didn't think it was that old because it's got this leather cover. So it's obviously you know, it would have been in a really expensive volume back in the day because it's got this leather cover, gold edging, beautiful end papers. I wonder if this one has a value. Oh, it's got torn page now. It's a real shame, isn't it? Doesn't have a date. Other than that preface to this edition. Contents. Ward, Lock and Co. Okay. Possibly 1837. And then last but not least, this one I picked up for $5. The Children's Dickens. So it's a children's version of Dickens stories with some colour plates. Stories selected from various tales. Lovely thick paper. Tale of Tiny Tim, Little Paul Dombey, Runaway Pair, David Copperfield and Little Emily. Oliver Asks for More, Oliver Twist. Blind Girl and the Toy Maker, Little Nell and the Grandfather. So yeah, lots of lovely colour plates. The Clockmaker. Often with children's books you don't get printing dates, so no printing date on this. There we go. That is my little collection for today of my little gorgeous books, my little Edith Holden garden notes, decoupage with Victorian scraps, stencils, a bit of Monet. Yes, so there you go. Lots of goodies. That's my Thrifty Thursday done for today. Look forward to going shopping and finding some more goodies to bring you in my next Thrifty Thursday, which may or may not be next week. It depends if I go out, depends if I find anything, because I don't go out all the time like I used to. Just occasional trips to the op shop. I really can't keep buying stuff every week. I do not have much room to put anything. My bookshelves are full, but I'm going to take out a whole bunch of Reader's Digest books. I bought like a big pile of them, all brown, and they're just all brown. So I'm going to send those back to the op shop, clear some space on my bookshelf so I can put these on. So basically replacing books that I don't really like or don't want to keep, and they're dime a dozen, you know, Reader's Digest books. I'll get rid of those and put some of these nice collectible books so on the bookshelf, which I think will look great. I might try a little bit of light cleaning up just to try and brighten them a little bit, but not too much. I'm scared to make a mess of them, but I would like to clean this up. All right, that's it for today. Sorry I'm rambling. Thank you so much for being with me today. Thanks for everyone for your subscriptions, your comments and views and likes. It's awesome. Thank you very much to everyone, and I will see you in my next video. I can't tell you what it's going to be because I don't know myself. Whatever it is, I'll see you then. Thanks very much. Bye bye.